Marco! Marco! Frankie! Mark! They've got my son! My son's been kidnapped.
Wait with me here, ma'am.
That's what all these people did. They waited. Found you, you son of a...
Welcome back. Today, I'm excited to share the story of Carla Dyson, a hardworking waitress living a modest life as a single mother. Carla's life revolves around her 6-year-old son, Frankie, who means the world to her. Despite the challenges of being a single parent, she does everything in her power to provide for him and create a stable environment. One seemingly normal day, Carla decides to treat Frankie to a trip to a nearby amusement park, a place filled with laughter, excitement, and adventure. Frankie, with his boundless energy and enthusiasm, is eager to experience all the rides and attractions. The two of them are having a fantastic time as they explore the park together. While they're watching a live show, Carla's phone suddenly rings. She steps away just for a moment to take the call. But when she returns to where Frankie had been sitting, her heart stops. He's no longer there. Panic sets in immediately as Carla scans the crowd, hoping to spot him. She begins calling out his name, frantically repeating their secret code word, Marco, hoping Frankie would respond. The amusement park is crowded, and despite her desperate pleas, no one around her seems to have seen anything in a state of desperation. Carla continues her search, and then she finds something chilling. Frankie's toy voice recorder lying abandoned on a nearby bench. With trembling hands, she presses play. Her worst fears are confirmed when she hears the sounds of a struggle. Frankie being grabbed by a woman who forces him into an unmarked car. Carla's mind races, her maternal instincts kicking into overdrive. Without hesitation, she sprints toward the parking lot and spots the car speeding away. Desperate, she clings to the side of the vehicle, trying to stop it, but her efforts are in vain as the car races off, leaving her behind and unknowingly dropping her phone onto the road. But Carla is far from giving up. Driven by an overwhelming love for her son and the sheer determination of a mother, she jumps into her minivan and begins a relentless pursuit of the kidnappers. She swerves through traffic, risking everything to stay on their tail. She tries to get help from other drivers along the way, but her attempts are repeatedly blocked by the kidnappers, who are cunning and dangerous. They even go so far as to threaten Frankie's life, forcing Carla to take a dangerous detour off the main road. But even with the threats looming over her, nothing can stop Carla from continuing the chase. Her son's life is at stake, and no danger seems too great to face. At one point, she manages to catch the attention of a police officer on a motorcycle. Relief washes over her for a brief moment, but just as the officer attempts to intervene, the kidnappers ram their vehicle into Carla's van, causing the officer to crash fatally. Carla is shaken but not deterred. The chase leads them off the road and into a grassy field, where Carla finally confronts one of the kidnappers, a man who had been driving the car. Desperately, she demands to know where Frankie is, but the man remains silent, offering no answers to her anguished pleas. Just when things seem hopeless, a woman named Margot steps out of the car and coldly demands a ransom of $10,000 in exchange for Frankie's safe return. Carla is forced to follow the kidnappers into a dark, narrow tunnel, where Margot suddenly attacks her while she's still driving. In a moment of pure adrenaline, Carla fights back and manages to throw Margot out of the car. But Margot is clever and tries to deceive Carla by disguising herself with Carla's sweater, making it appear as though she's the victim. However, Carla quickly realizes that Frankie is not with her, and the chase continues. The male kidnapper, growing more desperate, threatens to throw Frankie out of the car if Carla doesn't back off. For a moment, Carla loses sight of them, but soon she spots a plume of smoke in the distance. It leads her to the scene of a car crash, where she learns from a passerby that a man and a boy were seen fleeing from the wreckage. Refusing to give up, Carla resumes the chase once more, her determination unwavering. She eventually makes it to a police station, hoping to get help and report the kidnapping. While there, she tries to call her ex-husband, but something catches her eye. A poster of missing children on the wall. It hits her hard, the realization that Frankie could become one of those lost children if she doesn't act fast. This fear reignites her determination, and she decides to take matters into her own hands. Carla drives away from the station and soon notices a familiar sight: Frankie's jacket lying on a roadside barrier. Her heart skips a beat, but it gives her a renewed sense of hope. Not long after, she spots the kidnappers in a stolen black Volvo, and without thinking twice, she attempts to intercept them. A wild car chase ensues, with Carla skillfully maneuvering her van in a desperate attempt to stop them. Along the way, she narrowly avoids hitting a pedestrian and even manages to save a woman from being struck by another car. However, Carla's luck runs out when her van finally runs out of gas. In a panic, she flags down a passing police officer and begs for assistance. The officer warns her that the road ahead leads to a dead end, but before they can take action, the kidnappers violently ram into the police vehicle, killing the officer and leaving Carla unconscious. When she finally regains consciousness, Carla, bruised and battered but still determined, approaches the kidnapper's car. She peers inside, but Frankie isn't there. Her heart sinks as the male kidnapper steps out and tries to shoot her. Miraculously, Carla dodges the bullets, and in the chaos that follows, she manages to force the kidnapper's car off the road and into a forest. There, the car crashes into a tree, and the kidnapper dies on impact. Before he dies, however, Carla gets a critical piece of information: the address where Frankie is being held. Carla, now more determined than ever, races to the house. She enters cautiously, her heart pounding in her chest. Inside, she overhears a phone conversation between Margot and someone else. When the call ends, Margot heads to a nearby shed, where Carla follows in secret. It's there that she finds Frankie, along with another kidnapped girl. Overcome with relief, Carla rescues the children, but Margot soon realizes what has happened and tries to recapture them. Thinking quickly, Carla creates a diversion by using a small boat and hiding in the water. When Margot approaches, Carla pulls her into the water and drowns her in a final act of defense. Back at the shed, Carla is confronted by a man who pretends to be a concerned neighbor, but she quickly realizes he's involved in the kidnapping ring. He tries to pull a gun on her, but Carla outsmarts him, killing him with a shovel before he can harm her or the children. In the end, Carla successfully rescues all 3 children just as the police arrive at the scene. Her bravery and quick thinking lead to the downfall of an entire international child trafficking ring. With arrests made across the country and even globally, Carla is hailed as a hero by the media. But the true message of this story lies in the unshakable bond between a mother and her child. A mother's love is a force like no other. It can move mountains, face any danger, and conquer any fear. Though we may never fully understand the depth of a mother's love, we should always appreciate it. And while no gift or gesture can ever truly repay what a mother gives to her children, we can strive to make her proud and show her the respect and gratitude she deserves. That's all for my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to support my channel so I can continue bringing you more content like this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace and blessings to all.